You've got a friend in Zay. You've got a friend in Zay. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you've got a friend in Zay.
Welcome back to episode 2 of You Got a Friend in Zay, a talk show I created to come in here to talk about the true meaning of friendship. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? We're live. If you guys can see the setup right now that I have, it was a lot to get together, but I am super excited to really get into the nitty gritty with you guys. And don't I look good? You want a video of me? Oh, boom. If you know. Lady Gaga song by Beyonce. Okay, anyways. I'm really super excited to get into this episode. I wanted to get in here and talk about, the friendship within myself. Because last episode, me and my best friend came on and we talked about what it means to be a friend in yourself. But I never gave you guys my perspective of how I became a friend of myself. Yep, that sounds right. I want to, get in depth with that. So I'm going to ask myself, I'm going to ask the guests that are going to come on the show. I have more coming. Some amazing people are going to be coming. But first, how I became a friend of myself. What did I do? How did it, affect my friends? Because I know how to be a friend with myself so I can be a friend with everybody else. And then, did I have a spiritual aspect? Did I get closer to God? Did I get spiritually connected with Him, the connection and stuff like that? So I'm going to break down all of those 3 things. And, then we're going to get into the game. If you guys didn't know, hold on. If you guys don't see this, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say it though. Let's get Deep Friends Edition. I've been playing this game since season 1, and I'm gonna do Deep. Let's see if you guys can see it in the camera. Deep. If you're not watching the live episode and you just want to listen, that's cool. I'm here for it. But if you want to listen and watch at the same time, please do yourself a favor. And if you haven't heard the first episode with my best friend, please do yourself a favor and go back and listen to that one. All right. Anyways, so the first question is, how did I be a friend of myself? This is it's kind of deep, I started with, I moved out of my parents' house once at a time. I'm back in my parents' house, but I did move out of my parents' house, and it was a big change. It was a big shift because everything was on me now. Like, my name is on every bill. I was like, dang, my name is on every bill now. Like, I got to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I understood that the responsibility that I had to do now it's not my parents' responsibility. It's my responsibility. You get what I'm saying? So I had to take a lot of responsibility and take action. So I had to take action in myself. And then within that, I, learned that I have to understand myself and see how I can move and make more money and all those good stuff that you have to do when you become an adult. But through that whole process, I understood that I had to love myself. I had to take care of myself because at a certain time, I had a breaking point where I was like, oh my God, I'm just tired. I'm getting tired of waking up, going to work, and coming back home, make a quick little meal or whatever, go take a shower, go to sleep, and do the same thing over and over again. Like, it gets tiring sometimes. So I was like, okay, let me really sit down and get to know myself and figure out what the things I could do and add and to make my life a little more better than just doing the regular day-by-day things. So what I did was I got a book from Five Below. I did a motivational post about this. I got a book from Five Below just to get really depth in myself. And I really thought it was going to get me more creative because the book was like how to get more creative. But little did I know, that thing turned me around. Let me tell you, the book did not just say, this is how you get creative. But let's really get into the root of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about mindful practice. Let's say I love you to yourself, you know? And those are the things that I could not do until I opened that book up. I thank God for letting me go to Five Below and pick that book up because I needed that book. I needed that book. And so, yeah, I opened the book, I answered questions, I did it day by day. Sometimes I couldn't do it that day, so I did it the next day. You know, life, work, and stuff like that. And I consistently kept doing it. I said, I love myself. I wrote quotes on my doors. I wrote quotes in my bathroom, and it just did a whole 360, you know. And then that's when I started getting into music a little more. I started recording songs. I have songs that I did not even release yet, to be honest. My best friend heard it though. He has heard something like majority of my songs that I recorded, and I just started just letting myself out, letting my feelings out in any capacity way I could do it. And, you know, so I made videos, you know, music videos. I made pictures. I did pictures here by there. And like I said, I did music as well. And then I had other businesses I was doing at the time because I had so many businesses when I was at my apartment. I had this job, that job, then I had my business. And then, you know, it was crazy. If you heard the last episode from season 1 of You Got a Friend Day, my best friend goes down the list of how many jobs I had. And I was like, dang, I had that many jobs. Ooh, Jesus, I was killing myself. But, you know, that was what was happening, and I was draining myself out. So I had to find things to make me happy, that bring me peace, bring me joy. You know, I had to do those things. So that's what I basically did, you know, and it was very hard because there was some things I had to take away from my life that I thought were going to be in my life forever. You know, like this is going to be forever, and it's not going to be forever. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't benefiting me. But for me, it wasn't benefiting me. It wasn't long term. It was short term. For instance, like drinking, you know, I drink wine, but I wasn't drinking like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just using this as an example. Drinking, you know, we always go towards that for some comfort, from some release from the stress that we're going through right now. But that's short term. It's not going to help you in the long run. You get what I'm saying? It's just for that moment, having you feel good. So, yeah, I had to find some long-term things because I was like, this is not going to work out, you know? So I did start breathing exercise, you know, waking up early in the morning and started breathing exercise. That was just the planting the seed, you know? So that time in that apartment, I was just planting a seed of who is Isaiah? You know, who am I? And what can I do? You know, why am I placed on this earth? Why did God send me on this earth? What is my purpose? You know, so those are the things that I had to do. And now I look at myself from that moment and I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. You know, I'm so glad I took the time for myself to evaluate myself, to understand my feelings and understand my emotions, understand who I am, you know, understand who I am and what I could do. Because I can do so much on this earth, you know, it's it's crazy, you know, I can do so much. And I'm grateful of all the gifts and materials and the things that God has given me, and I'm ready to like release it all, you know. So the podcast was one of them that I was like, let me, you know, come out on this. So yeah, so that's the first question. You know, I just, you know, started writing things down, answering questions, really get into the nitty gritty about myself, and knowing what I like and what I don't like, and knowing what needs to stay and what needs to go. Hey, I hope you heard that one. Knowing what needs to stay and what needs to go. I hope you heard that. Yeah, that. Yeah. All right. So the second question, since I understood how to be a friend in myself and finding things and stuff like that, I understood how to be a friend in others. I know. Y'all looking like, hold on. How he just gonna stop? at this point where it's getting good. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to do a quick little self-care tip break. Okay. So earlier I was talking about finding things that bring happiness and joy to you and peace. And, I wanted to give a quick little, promo advertisement of a place where you can find that. Queen Bee is hosting an event at her area, her space. It's open mic, so if you want to come out and do spoken word, you want to sing, or just be a part of the crowd and just get a vibe and a feel, show up and come out. It is at 7:30 p.m. Let me make sure. Yeah, March 17th, Friday. Admission is $10, and she is also providing food. Let me tell you, the food is she can cook. She can cook. Food is included, but that would be extra $25 because she can throw down. I'm not playing. I'm not playing when I say that. Okay. I'm gonna put the advertising link, the picture. I'm sorry, picture up here, and then I'll make sure I have the link on the bottom where you can purchase your tickets. But if you are looking for something like this and need it, please come out and show out and so support. I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to be there. So it's gonna be a great time. Anyways, sorry guys. Let's get back to the episode. Yes, I'm gonna talk about my best friend, guys. My best friend really helped me through the process of me getting to know myself and understand myself. Like for instance, the music. When I was creating music, he was just like, "Go for it, do it. Let me hear it. When you're done, I want to hear it. I want to repeat it. I mean, not repeat it, but like I want to support you. I want to be your background cheerleader. I'm just, what I'm saying. And so, and I just needed that. I needed that support of, whatever you need, whatever you want to do, what you need me to listen, and all that stuff. I'm here for that moment for you to help you grow, because I know in this moment it's going to make you flourish and be a better version of you. I'm telling you, if you don't got a friend like that, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Just those small little things bring out the big picture of what's going to come forward in the future, and if those people are not willing to be there in those small moments, they can't be there in the big moments, because they're just going to be like, oh yeah, I was there, woo, woo, woo. And it's like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't helping me when I needed you the most, okay? You get what I'm saying? You were downplaying me. You were bringing me down. It was negative thoughts. It wasn't boosting me up, supporting me, helping me in any type of way, showing up in any type of way. It was a negative aspect, So anyways, sorry. So now, at that moment when I realized I knew how to be a real, true friend, because before I thought I did, but then once I got to know my best friend, I was like, oh, this is different. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is different. I have to check myself a little more here and there. I got to make sure I'm not, overbearing, overprotected, like all those things, like I'm making sure I'm not doing too much. Like that's not needed. You know what I'm saying? I always have to constantly check myself through the friendship, because I want to make sure this is a long-lasting friendship, it's going to be the long-lasting friendship. We always say infinity, like from Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond, So it's like this is long-lasting, but it took us some time to get there. You know what I mean? And just me supporting him through his journey, and he was supporting me through my journey. It was reciprocal. Yeah, it was reciprocal. Oh, Jesus, sorry guys. It was back and forth. It wasn't I'm taking from you, and you're getting nothing. Absolutely not. No, it wasn't that. It was both ways. It was both ways, and I think that was a key thing in our friendship. That it was both ways. The trust was another one too. Trust was another one that on both sides that we had in each other. We trust one another, and we knew that we could be there for each other no matter what. Anything happens, I got you. And we're from different backgrounds, we're totally from two different big backgrounds. And the fact that we could come together and match together and be okay with this is his life and this is my life, and we're okay with it, and not even know being okay with it, trying to be a part of it, trying to learn each other's background and who we are at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like learning each other and asking questions and like, okay, no, I'm gonna get a little more in depth because this is you, this is who you are, and I want to know you. I want the best version of you, so I have to make sure I'm doing my part in this friendship. My God. I just said a lot right there. You get what I'm saying? So, I think that was sorry. That was, you know, so important. That was so important, and just getting to know each other and stuff like that, and finding ourselves, and just through the journey is beautiful, and I'm just grateful and thankful to having it in my life and stuff like that. So, yeah, and just being friends with everybody else, being that supporter, being that, I've been through this, I know what you're talking about, I know how you're feeling. Let me show you what I did. Let me show you the tools that I have used. I don't know if it's going to benefit you, but at least you have something to work with. You get what I'm saying? At least you have something to work with and go on with. So that was another one, and just to be there for people and understand them and have empathy. If I can't have empathy, at least I can have a little bit of sympathy and try to figure out how can I make this better within my end. Google things and stuff like that, and then come back later on like, hey, remember that story you was telling me about? Well, I got this for you because I wanted to, help you and make it better, make the situation better. I don't know if it would, but I just, the heart posture, the purity that is there for that friend, because I know I can do it to myself. Yeah. So that was question 2. That was a little deep. Now we're gonna go to question 3. Question 3 is the spiritual aspect. I really did got closer to God. I really did. I had a friendship in God first, and then I have a really good relationship. Because when you have a relationship with somebody, the foundation of a relationship is friendship. Okay, if you don't know that, if you want me to elaborate on that a little more, please go back to my second season of You Got a Friend. So I think I get in depth with it on the first episode and the second episode. Mostly in the first episode, I get in depth of what friendship really is. So go back to that episode if you want more in depth. But the foundation of a relationship is a friendship. You gotta like somebody. You gotta, really vibe with them. The energy gotta be there. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I really had that relationship with God. I had that friendship with God first, and then I had a relationship with Him as well. Just talking to Him. Simple as that. Hey, I'm not feeling it today right now. I need your assistance. I need your help. This is pissing me off. This one over here is stressing me. I'm sad about this. The bills need to get paid, and I don't know how that's going to get paid. About to be in the negatives, you know what I'm saying? The car is starting to act up, and, once you get money and stuff like that, that's when the bills come in. If you know, you know. Adult tip, it's rough. So, yeah, just having those many conversations and having those talks with Him, and it to be the smallest things, what do I want to wear today? I don't know. God, what should I wear today? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Cool, I'll wear that. It just literally be the smallest things. And then once I really wanted to get to know myself, get to know God, and really get to know the truth about things, I really got into depth with, the Bible, reading the Bible more, Googling things and figuring out what is what and what is this and what is that, and just getting really in depth of what it means to be a spiritual human being. Through the journey, God's been through my journey the whole time. But at first, I had to really accept myself, accept who I am, and be able to allow God into my life. So I had to do that first, and then later on down the road, that's when I really, really got even stronger and spiritually stronger. I still got a lot of work to do. I still have a lot of work to do, but it was much needed to just have the small talks to start it off, to plant the seed, like I said, to plant the seed, so later on it will grow and flourish and be the beautiful flower it needs to be. I'm sorry I oversay the seed, because it's really important to me, and I think just in general, just to start something. You know what I mean? Have it in place. Just start it. So later on, you can pile on it, build on it, and, add things as it goes and flourish. And then when the time is right, it's like, bam, this is it. This is it. How I started with my podcast, I was just, I was offered to, preach a sermon by Queen B. Queen B, can you shut up, my dog? My hope's gonna be. No, but Queen B gave me a moment to preach a sermon, and I just, okay, what's the thing I could really talk about? And I was like, okay, friendship. Let's talk about that, because I've been, studying about that since I was a child. So, I wrote about friendship, had some quotes and blah, blah, blah. And literally the same sermon that I preach is the first episode of You Got a Friend in Zay. Literally. So, if you want to hear it, go back to the first episode. Anyway, so yeah, it was just, it's been such an amazing journey. I learned so much about myself, because the spiritual aspect just gives you another extra boost. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that extra boost, and it gives you a nice little kick into what really life is, and you can move even more. You can move mountains. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a great aspect. So I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for God to giving me this platform and to be a voice and to be a light to y'all right here who's watching and who's listening at the same time. So I'm just honored, Okay, so I hope that was, what I'm saying? I hope that helped somebody. I hope that was clear enough, what I'm saying? Of course, if you have any questions about that, any of those three things, comment below on the YouTube channel, or you can comment on SoundCloud. You can shoot a message, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the game now. Okay, I'm gonna get into the game. All right. I think I'm gonna do two cards. All right. See, I'm not looking. All right. Oh, my camera's about to die. Oh my God, maybe I should speed this up. What is a show or movie you refused to watch even though everyone told you to? Why did you refuse? Yes, this is a good one. This is a good one. Why did I refuse? Okay. All right, my cousin and my sister had me watch this movie. It's a scary movie. It's called The Ring, and I refused to watch it, but I was young and I had no choice. So I was like, fine, watch it. And I don't like scary movies. I hate scary movies. So I had to watch that, and I was like terrified for at least 5-6 years. Yeah, I thought something was coming out of under my bed. The homegirl was gonna come out, and I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. So it took me a while to recover from that. Because it was scary. And yeah, so that is the first question. Okay, all right, we're back in action. Sorry, I had to fix the camera, but we all good in here. Okay, so next question. What is something you are naturally good at? Wow, this is a very great question. It is something I'm naturally good at. Art, creating art, because I have the gift of being an artist. So creating art, I love to do. With it could be from photography to coloring and painting, and I'm starting to tap in a little bit more in it. When I do my self care days or just a self care thing every single day. So those are one of my goals. Just being, just always creating contact if I can, or just doing something that's related to art. So that's one of the things. What else? I guess is what my coworker has said this too. Giving words of encouragement. That is becoming more natural because before it wasn't a thing for me. I was like, me? No. But now I do it more because I'm understanding things more, and I know it's gonna help and benefit people even more. Spreading the gospel, spreading the good. And if I can touch people and make an impact in people's life, if I have that capability in me, then why not? You know what I mean? Then why not? So that, and what else can I do naturally? I want to give you guys one more. What else can I do naturally? Dang, that's a great question. I'm gonna say right now, and I spoke about this before on my Instagram page. Skating. I can put skates on naturally, 4 blades, and just roll. I think I could probably do any skates actually, and just like roll it, because I just love skating, and I've just been doing it since I was a baby. So I can just zoom out of the blue, and they're like, "Dang, you just rolling, huh?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes." So yeah, I can just naturally just roll and have a good time. So yeah, that's the things I can do naturally. All right, guys. So we have come to the end of the episode. I know this episode was so good, ain't it? It was so good. I thank you guys for tuning in so much. Whether you're tuning in on SoundCloud or you're tuning in on YouTube, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen or watch and listen at the same time. It's an honor, and I'm hoping I touch and impact somebody's life and make a difference and start something out, and understanding with what it means to be a friend in yourself, so you can be able to be a friend to other people. Yeah, I drop an episode every Monday on SoundCloud and on YouTube. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'm going to close it out with a quote. Okay? I normally have quotes on my phone. So let me see which quote I'm going to pull up for you guys. Okay? Let me start. Okay, I know I have something on here that's going to like shake it up and just tie everything together. Of what I was talking about. Dun, 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 dun. I'm looking through right now, guys. Oh, this is the one. Sometimes you'll go out and hang out with people just to avoid your problems. When you're learning how to be a friend of yourself and you're taking just care of yourself and love yourself, it can be scary. Because it's so much. It's a lot to break down and digest and get to the root and figure out why this is happening and how to break it and all that good stuff. So sometimes you're just like, I'm just gonna go out and do stuff and do things and just ignore it and stuff like that. But it's still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to be there. Whether or not you try to ignore it or not, you have to go back and fix it and get to the nitty gritty. Really get to the nitty gritty, So yeah, that's the quote. That definitely ties up everything that I was discussing and talking about. All right, guys. So that's it. First live episode. This is crazy. I look good. Let me start. I'm just like so happy that I'm able to do this and be a blessing. And I wanted to have accessibility to my deaf culture, so closed captions are going to be in the bottom so they can see it as well. in their aspect, because I am hard of hearing and I want to make sure they, have the access. I also got my hearing aids. Forgot to mention about that. I don't know if you guys can see it as much, but I did get my hearing aids because that was one of the things I needed to get back into and understand that that's a part of me. Being hard of hearing is, since I was a baby, that's me. That's my culture. That's what I grew up in. I have 4 different cultures, but that was one of them. So yeah. Okay, sorry. Now I'm officially done, guys. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.